This election has been one of the most divisive in the country's history, offering plenty of discussion points at dinner tables and in classrooms around the country. Millions of Americans this year will be voting for the first time tomorrow. In fact, some 16 million Americans have turned 18 between the last presidential election and this one. Some of those new voters are in Pennsylvania today, having traveled from the New York City suburbs with their AP government class as part of a real-world lesson that has them campaigning for their chosen candidates, speaking to other voters. Two of those students are joining us now from the campaign trail in the battleground state of Pennsylvania. Peter Solimine and Matt Rozansky are students at Mamaroneck High School just outside New York City, and their AP Government Studies teacher, Joe Liberti, is also with us. Good to have all of you with us. So this is a great real-world lesson for you. There's, 84 AP Government students who are off on this trip. You left home yesterday. You're campaigning, out and about, talking to voters through tomorrow. Peter, I want to start with you. You are out there campaigning for Donald Trump. Why did you choose to support Donald Trump?
Well, with this election, I think the way I see it is I'm taking Donald Trump as the lesser of two evils here. I really think he has a chance to win Pennsylvania, and I think if he does, he can win the general election. And I like Donald Trump, even though I understand why a lot of people don't. People think that he has no filter, but where people see that, I see transparency, and I think that makes a big difference.
But as I understand it, you didn't actually cast your vote for him, right?
No, I didn't, and the reason for that is because we live in New York, and I don't think Donald Trump has a chance in New York, and I personally want to see a rise in third-party candidates, so I voted for Gary Johnson. Yeah, so because I don't think Donald Trump has a chance, I gave my vote to Gary Johnson so I can try to see change in the future, but I do think that he has a chance in Pennsylvania, which is why I chose to campaign for him.
So, Matt, you're also out there pounding on doors just like Peter is, but you support Hillary Clinton, and you, as I understand it, did vote for her. You both voted absentee before you left. Why were you so interested to go out and to be a part of this trip to Pennsylvania and knock on doors?
Well, I think we've been taught in our classroom how important kind of each vote is and how important people play a role in getting support for the candidates. So it was an amazing experience to be able to kind of be on the front lines now, doing this hands-on experience, and getting to talk to people and see how they're really feeling about the election, why they're supporting who, and kind of their reasoning and how they're feeling.
Joe, you guys have been doing this trip for a long time. What's different, though, in 2016 in your class when you're talking about the election, when you're talking about government, than, say, in 2012?
I would say everything's different in 2016. I've never, ever seen an election like this. I feel like everything I've taught the past, 10 years, everything that I've learned about politics and campaigns is just sort of thrown out the window. And in the past, we've had sort of these rich policy discussions comparing the candidates, and that simply is just not happening this year.
So what do you talk about instead, if there's no policy discussion?
Well, to some degree, we can talk about sort of campaign strategy. And a lot of it's sort of going back to sort of the nuts and bolts of traditional campaigns, the role of the media, the role of interest groups, the role of money in campaigns. So there are still these big concepts and aspects of campaigns that students just need to understand, regardless of the election.
Peter, you're one of 14 students who are out there stumping for Donald Trump versus Matt being one of 70 stumping for Hillary Clinton. You guys are sitting there, though. You look like you're getting along. Do you find that you guys are able to have a good conversation as much as we hear about the country being so divided?
I think amongst students, yes, absolutely. But it's interesting because in New York, vocalizing support for Donald Trump is like asking to be removed from your social life. So, and I think that's what's very different. I'm sorry?
I was just laughing. You saying it's like being asked to be removed from your social life. But you seem to be doing all right. Matt, really quickly to you, what could adults learn from the way you guys are handling this and being able to have a civilized conversation?
Well, I think the main thing is you just have to be open. You have to respect everyone else's opinion, and you never know if someone might say something that might sway your opinion. So it's important to give everyone a chance and be civil about it. Everyone has the right to what they believe in.
Matt Rozansky, Joe Liberti, Peter Solimine, it's great to have all of you with us today, and congrats, Matt and Peter, on voting in your first presidential election. It's a great program, Joe. Thanks so much for sharing part of it with us.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Thank you.